Hello lovely beautiful Taurus, this is Fizz from Ascending Earth, and I wanted to give you your reading for the month of June from today till the end of the month. So let's get started, let's shuffle your cards and see where the energies are at for you. Thank you, angels. Thank you, divine. Please give us some clear messages to help and guide all of our Taurus viewers for the month of June. Thank you for all your guidance so far. Please continue to guide us. Please give us some clear messages for Taurus for the end of this month. So yes, I do know that sometimes shuffling can take a couple of minutes, but I do prefer to just involve you guys in the whole process, because you know, some wonderful things happen, and it's all about how it synchronizes. And I was just saying to all of the Aries viewers, it's amazing how sometimes these cards just come out in the perfect order of, you know, the actions that they want to help you with, and I want you guys to be a part of the whole process, because it just gives all of us some extra faith and belief that, you know, they are there helping us the whole way, whether we know it, whether we remember or forget. It's easy to get caught up in the matrix, and it's always nice to have some reassurance to put our faith back at where it needs to be. So one more time, let's do it. Thank you, angels. Please give us clear messages for the month of June for Taurus. So I think we're going to stop right there and have a look at what we have. So there's quite a few cards that popped out. Let's put them all in order. And see what we have. Right. So Taurus, the first card that you have right over here is the Knight of Gabriel. Confident, enthusiastic, courageous and charismatic. Well, all of these things, yes, you are Taurus. But what it's telling you is that you need to be this person and you need to take action on whatever the situation is. Sometimes energy can get stagnant if you... not making a choice is a choice all on its own. You're deciding not to do anything, but what it's telling you is don't do that. Pick one or the other and do it and go for it. Make action, and instinctively knowing just what to do. And when energy gets stagnant, your intuition becomes stale and isn't really working properly because you're vibrating low. When you start to have at least some movement, whether it's in the right or wrong direction, at least you're moving. So at least your vibration is going higher than it was, and that enhances your intuition. So then you start to instinctively know what to do. And that might just be through trial and error anyway. By experiencing more things, you become wiser and you know what to do next time. So it's all about learning, which is brilliant. So she's sort of on on a horse, really. She looks really calm and collected, to be honest, because she knows that there's the angels above guiding her. So that's you, Taurus. And your next card, surprise, surprise. Not really, it's not really surprising at all. It's Archangel Raphael. Release yourself from which holds you back. A need to detox, unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. So have a detox if you are feeling not confident in yourself. I don't know why it's gone dark all of a sudden, really. I really hope you can see the card. Unnecessary worries, really. Be confident in yourself. You are this wonderful, confident, enthusiastic, courageous, even charismatic person. We know that, Taurus. That's kind of what Taurus is all about. But don't get stuck in your head and have doubts about yourself and insecurities, because you'll make those things happen. Trust me, Taurus, you don't want to do that. Make a decision. Your next card is Page of Gabriel. Sorry, I'm just going to try and get some more light in so that you can see, hopefully, the cards a little bit better. Does that give you a little bit more light? So, next card, Page of Gabriel. Energetic, brave, optimistic, and playful. So thank God for this card, which gives me an indication to, you're not going to always doubt yourself. It's just a little hiccup down the road. Just make sure you don't get stuck on that same position for too long. Follow your passion. You're ready for any challenge, opportunities for excellent excitement and adventure. Sorry, not for excellent, for excitement and adventures. So there's exciting things awaiting you, adventures and opportunities. By adventure, I don't mean you might be going backpacking. That's what just popped into my head. But I don't necessarily mean, exciting adventure backpacking around the world. Is whatever your hobby or passion is that's exciting you, it's waiting around the corner and you're ready. The angels think your soul, your higher self knows that you're ready and you're capable, but your 3D self is obviously, in the matrix and doubts things and has a lack of confidence. But that's not what your soul is all about. Your soul is confident and knows that you can do all of this. That's why this is part of your soul mission. And, your soul wouldn't sign up for something if you were not capable. So you are more than capable of doing it. And your next card is Two of Gabriel. Make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important important relationships with people who share your vision. So beautiful. It's all about creation. It's kind of like obviously the wands. So you've gone from a page to a two of wands, essentially. I know these cards are not the real, not real. They are real. They're definitely real cards. But I mean, they're not the original tarot deck. But this is equivalent to two of wands, which means that you're just about ready to make action on something. It's the step before making the action. Be bold and ambitious because you can do it, as the previous card said. And important relationships with people who share your vision. So there are other people who share your vision of the life that you want and want the same things. It's important to connect with those people because you can help each other achieve your dreams, essentially. And your next card literally is a message that says change your life. It couldn't be any more clearer than that. You don't want to get stuck in this self-doubt. It's not healthy, and why doubt yourself? You are more than capable, Taurus. Definitely have a very strong characteristic and determined. You never give up and you're hard working. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free from procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. So things might be changing in your life, and sometimes changes seem bad. For example, you might be losing your home or your job. But really, before we can have all these wonderful things come in, sometimes we have to clear out the past. And sometimes it feels really awful when we're stuck in this situation and it's going on and we're right in the middle. But what we have to see is there's better things on the other side. For us to have all the wonderful things that we want, we have to first get rid of the old. We can't just have the new and then say, okay, now I let go of the old, because that's kind of like not having any faith and not believing that all the wonderful things can happen. So hopefully you will have a sudden revelation that offers you freedom from your own mind, I feel here. Break free from procrastination. So two of wands, as I said, you're just about to start doing something. You haven't started, you haven't made a move, it's in your head. But you've planned, now that you're confident enough, you've planned in your head that that's what you want to do. But you need to go from wanting to doing. Do you understand? So wanting and doing is two different things. You're wanting it, that's great. That's the next step from not believing. So the next step would be to actually make a move and do it. Don't procrastinate. Don't think, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, because again, that's self-doubt and fear of what if I can't. But when you actually make a move on something and you see that you're starting to enjoy making that first step. And then once you make just one little small step, Taurus, I promise you everything else comes easier. It gets easier from there. And your next card is so wonderful because it just sums up all of this really nicely. And it's the Star card, Archangel Raphael. A dream come true. Believe in yourself. The end of a difficult situation. And then after you go through this process in June, it will be the end of a difficult situation. And your dreams will come true. So Taurus, I think it was last month, your reading as well was really positive and all about the fact that I think it was more to do with the financial side of things, but it was about having your dreams come true. Again, it's coming through again. So maybe you're working on something new, or maybe the same situation, but it's telling you that once you make a move, a dream will come true. Something that you thought was just a dream, just a fantasy, and you couldn't have in real life will come true. But you can't just have it in your head because, yes, we manifest by thinking positive things, but then the next point is actually taking action. So don't procrastinate. And the Star card, I'm so happy for you that your dreams will come true. And the next card after that is Six of Ariel. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Act of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. So I think this might have been a card that was in your reading last month. So your financial side of things, this is what I'm feeling, but it could be obviously different for everyone. And material needs. So to me, I'm thinking about finance, but it could be any material needs, home, car, any of those things. They will just magically resolve themselves. You know, we can't think, what am I going to do in 6 months' time? We have to take things one step at a time and believe that the universe will put the exact right thing in front of us at the right time. It's all about timing, and it will be as if it's just magic and things just start to work out for you. And that's kind of when you start to believe in synchronicity. And your next card is the Strength card. So you have the Strength. Strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence and forgiveness. So again, it's all about self-confidence for you, and self-confidence will give you strength to forgive others as well, because if we're holding grudges against people, that's bringing us down, and people are only reflections. I know, yes, Taurus, you probably don't want to hear that, but we see in others what we need to heal in ourselves. So think about that, maybe meditate on it. So if you forgive someone, you heal yourself, which gives you more confidence for you. So, you know, I'm going to link this to a relationship, but please don't take this the wrong way. Say, for example, someone didn't love us or didn't treat us the right way, and we're holding grudges against that person and we can't let go. Well, by doing that, you're not healing what was intended for you to learn from that relationship, because people are only mirrors of ourselves, and if we're not doing that, we can't have strength, we can't have peace, we can't vibrate high enough, and we're getting stuck on one lesson. It's kind of like we're not really seeing what the lesson of that particular scenario, relationship, whatever was. If you can't see that, if you can't move on, then you can't go on to the next step. It's quite logical, really, I mean, if you think about it. And if you don't go on to the next step, then how will you achieve all of the wonderful things that you're dreaming of? Make your dreams come true by forgiving, being kind, understanding that we're all human, we all make mistakes. You don't have to have people back in your life, you have to respect yourself, but it's more about learning what lessons that other person or that scenario was trying to show you, because we've already made contracts. So Taurus, this is how it is, or how I believe it is. Everybody obviously might have different beliefs. We have already made these soul contracts of things that we are going to experience when we come down to this earthly plane, and even the people that hurt us are part of what was meant to happen and in our contract. But it's not meant to be a life sentence. Everything is meant to give you a different perspective, a higher level of perspective. And you can have that by learning, by instead of thinking the world is against you or it's personal, remember it's not personal, it's what your soul decided to experience, to learn something from that situation. So what is it? Try and meditate and think, what is it that I was meant to see and learn from that situation, because that person was mirroring how you felt, how you were inside. So, you know, if you don't have enough self-confidence, that's what they might be reflecting. Their behaviour might be reflecting that. But when you do have enough self-confidence, you see that you attract different people. So therefore, you know, you've healed, You've learned that lesson. You can now move on to the next step and start making your dreams come true, because they can. You have the Star card here. Have the strength. And if you haven't learnt, if you can't think and you've meditated and you've thought, no, I don't know what that lesson was all about. I didn't really learn from that situation. Well, have strength. You will go through a similar scenario, which might seem unfortunate, but sometimes the second time round, third time round, however many times it takes, you will eventually learn that people are mirrors of ourselves. You will learn your lesson, and eventually your dreams will come true. Because that's what your soul mission is really about. And your next card is 10 of Gabriel, which is a completion. So maybe all of this is wrapping up, coming into completion. Maybe you are understanding what that lesson was all about. And 10 of Gabriel, let me show you the card. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. So ask your angels for help, and they will put, with this card saying that things will magically appear. If you ask your angels, they will put people and the right situations in your path that will help you, and they are there to help you, but you need to realise, you need to be open and be looking around, and these people will help you and take the load, the burden off you. And don't try to please everybody. Try to please yourself. Try and think, what do you want? And 10 is all about completion. So this is saying that this all cycle can come to an end. You don't have to do it all alone. You can ask for help. Page of Michael is your next card. And it's all about being thankful, perspective, analytical and blunt. So be thankful for everything that you've gone through, because this is what will get you onto the next phase of your life, even the hard times. So it's about having a different perspective, knowing that even the difficult times are things that we planned out for ourselves, for our soul mission to grow and to learn, to be able to see different perspectives, because that's what this world is all about, really. And then think about things logically and be blunt. Don't try and please everybody like your last card said. Be blunt. By be blunt, I don't mean be rude. I mean, say your point and get it across. Don't say, what I think. No, say this is how I want things to be. I'm not going to please everybody. I'm going to please myself, because you're only here to experience what you're here to experience, and only you know that. Nobody else does. An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. So if there's anything, like contracts, documents that you are involved with, make sure you look at the details. But you do have what it takes to succeed. You just need to be on the ball. And you know what I was saying about perspective? Well, the next card is perspective. So growing and learning even the difficult things is all about changing our perspective, because we can't look at things from a different point of view if we haven't experienced all of these things, whether they've been horrible, not horrible, whatever they are. Archangel Chamuel, there's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. Don't just try and please everyone. You can be different. You can do things a way that no one else has ever done before. But pause and reflect and think about how you can do that. And then, as perfectly as it gets, your next card is New Beginnings. Starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. I just get an overwhelming feeling of peace and calm with this card. And it's kind of like, whereas before it's telling you to change your life and it's telling you to see things in a different perspective, and 10 with completion. With after completion, what happens? You get a new beginning, and that new beginning is when you finally come into that new perspective, when you finally learnt the lessons you were meant to learn from a certain situation. Remember what I said about people are only mirrors of ourselves. They're only here for one reason, to show us certain things that we need to understand, to give us a new perspective, to look at things differently. And when we do, when we've learnt all those lessons, we can start a new life, finding your purpose. So you start to realise that all those difficult things were to lead you onto your soul mission and life purpose here on Earth. And then once you realise that, once you think, oh, well, I had to go through these things to rediscover who my soul really is and what I'm, you start to realise that those things were only to teach you perspective so you could see what a strong, wonderful soul being, eternal being that you are. And once you do, you start to forgive those people as well. So say, for example, I was saying about the relationships and, having feelings of dislike towards people or certain situations, not necessarily people, because of what has happened to you. Well, because you were taking it so personally, obviously it was causing uncomfortable feelings of sadness or dislike against people. Well, when you realise that they were there to lead you into your life purpose and to who you truly are, and to stand strong and know who you are, you start to forgive them, because you start to think compassionately and you think, this is all just, a matrix really, and you start remembering that was your soul contract. This is what you both decided. They didn't decide on their own. You signed up for this. You decided that you were going to experience those things because those experiences lead you into a new perspective. And I know that you won't be able to see what perspective that is or what being here feels like right now. But what it's telling you is that you will be, and you will understand. So maybe, in a year's time, maybe longer, however long it takes you, you might look back on this particular reading, and you might not. But what I'm saying is you will realise and you'll think, oh, the aha moment, the penny will drop, and you think, I understand now. I understand clearly why I had to go through all of those things. Because you can't be who you fully are. You don't know how strong you are unless you're tested, Taurus. And you will have a happy new life. And you'll know what your purpose is. And your last card, oh my god, I've just seen, is the Queen of Raphael. Kind, understanding, giving and psychic. So you have even psychic abilities. And oh my god, what I was saying about relationships. So this might be for some of you a special message for some of you that are twin flames or a special romantic connection like that. Follow your heart. A love of home, family, trustworthy, psychic information. Follow your heart this will be, I don't think this is what it's telling you to do. I think this is the person that you will become after all of this. You know, it said about your new beginning as the previous card. I think this is what your new beginning will be. I think this is you sat on your throne. Maybe some of you have connections, past life connections to Atlantis, or maybe some of you are on twin flame missions. Whatever they are, whatever mission it is that your soul is on, you will get there, and you're sat on your throne, kind, forgiving and understanding, because you will get to a point where you're actually starting to understand, and you are understanding why you had to go through all of those things, and it's made you kind and compassionate. And Archangel Raphael is right behind you, protecting you if you fall. And I think this will improve your love life, your home, family life. You know, if you have, I'm not saying issues, but it will strengthen your family connections with your children maybe. And you will become this really trustworthy, not you will become this trustworthy, you are, I'm not saying you're not trustworthy, I'm saying that trustworthy psychic information will start coming to you. It will almost flow naturally, because you understand that you're naturally this an intuitive person, and be who you are, follow this path. I really hope that this message resonated with you guys, because this, to me, this reading is so intricate that I really don't think this is all of this is what's going to happen for you in June. I think you are, as individuals, you are somewhere along this line. For everyone it's different where you are, but I think it's just trying to show you in the future where you can be. And because things are happening so fast now, and the vibration of the planet is going higher and higher, things are starting to manifest quicker and quicker. So this reading, I mean, to me, could be a lifetime's mission, but, you know, for some of you, it can be a month, in this month or the next month, all of it. The opportunities are endless, and this is the end result, with you sitting on your throne, Taurus. So thank you for watching, Taurus. I really hope this helped you and gives you some extra guidance and extra support to believe in your intuitive self. And I hope you have a nice month of June. Bye, Taurus.